Hello everyone out there, HK Fanatic here. Just wanted to shoot a quick clip and an update. Had a pretty productive day today. Went out and picked up a few things from my HK MP5 ST6 and 22 long rifle. And of course there's a nice little shot of the actual, maybe etched in red. I'm thinking of doing that, but yeah, we'll see. One of the first things I picked up that I wanted to show you for you people who are going to have the same problems that I encountered. As you can see, I have the standard HK type low profile mount on there. There are others you can get, but this one probably runs you about 80 bucks, and I've seen them online at HK Parts.net, a couple of other places you can find it. But what I did mount is this little riser. Little adapter here, which allows you to still use your sights. So the details on the little option here are it's UTG RS10S3. I picked this up for under 20 bucks. So as you see, since I plan to install a Bushnell TRS-25 on here, I'm just going to go pay the money and pick it up. I know it's about 100 bucks, but it's probably the best button cell red dot you can get, which is of course the CR2032 variety. This one won't be able to mount on there because, as you can see, it just there's no way to mount a larger sight, and it would look ridiculous. So you have to actually use more of a micro dot type of red dot sight, which is fine for this weapon because let's face it, you're looking at a max about 100 yards of practical use out of this thing. This baby is meant more for shorter ranges where you have to just shoot shorter distances, and it's pretty accurate from what I've seen so far. But again, the testing, the proof will be in the pudding, as they say. I didn't get to shoot anything on the manual that came with the weapon because I think, like with any other HK weapon, the manual is outstanding. Yes, it does say right there, made by Carl Walther, and it is. But inside is a very standardized HK manual with plenty of good information. All the safety, the first 3 pages, you should read it and absorb every bit of information that's in there because it's your responsibilities as the user as far as safe storage and transportation. So the first section goes into that. Then it goes into ammunition. And it tells you about the different types of ammunition, industry standards, and the typical warning: never use non-standard reloaded or hand-loaded ammunition which has not been subjected to internal ballistic pressure testing. In other words, you're saying use brand name ammo. Let's see here. Goes into some more detail there about the ammo. Talks about your safety positions, and it gives you a pretty good, I mean, this is a pretty much foolproof, very simple to understand. It shows both sides of the weapon, left and right, so you can't have any differences between safe and fire. You can't say that, well, whatever. It's in black and white, so it's plain, simple, to the point. Unless someone can't read, even if they, well, if they can't read, then they can't understand what the other parts are. Pardon me, but my cat is coming around here, wants to join the clip. How you doing, Frankie? Want to be on the camera? Well, you're just going to have to wait. Anyway, and then the manual goes into your loading of the firearm, loading the magazine, proper insertion of the magazine into the well, the actual loading procedure all the way through, and even up to the point where it discusses decocking. If you decide not to fire after the hammer has been cocked, or you decide to suspend firing, keep the firearm pointed in a safe direction. Remove your finger from within the trigger guard. Place the manual weapon on safe position and remove the magazine. Pull the charging handle rearward to eject any remaining cartridge, and this is a standard procedure, I think, for a lot of weapons. Make sure that the firearm is unloaded, magazine removed, chamber cleared, empty chamber indicator, blue tab installed, and barrel clear of any obstructions. You must be certain there is no cartridge in the chamber or the obstruction of the barrel. Remember that any time you release the bolt of the magazine containing cartridge firearm, you will have reloaded the firearm and will be capable of firing. Put the manual safety into the fire position. Squeeze the trigger to decock the firearm. Place the manual into the safe. The firearm is now ready to transport. So in other words, this weapon, you cannot hurt the firing pin by firing without a round inside the chamber. Excellent. But as you can see, the detail, I wanted to show you the detail in the pictures. It tells you exactly how to adjust your sights, how to adjust the bolt speed. And this is important because for those of you that are going to try to fire subsonic, and I know some of you are going to do it, you're going to have to know how to adjust that, adjust the bolt speed, and how to mount an optical sight. And of course, disassembly. So I found that the manual, especially the oil instructions, I'm surprised at how little oil the gun actually really needs, because it tells you here, apply 4 drops of gun oil to the mainspring, which is, understandable. Apply 1 drop to the extractor and 1 drop of oil to each end of the firing pin assembly, as well as to the moving parts of the buttstock. So wipe down the surface of the rifle with gun oil. Insert the blue tab empty chamber indication. Pull the charging handle rearward and release to close the butt bolt assembly. So anyway, just read through it. I'm very, very, very impressed. It tells you exactly what's covered in the warranty. You have a limited 1-year warranty, what's covered, what's not covered. And of course, if you have to ship the weapon back for problems, whatever there is. And it also gives you the rest of the actual specifications here. So, since we've seen the manual, and of course some options you can order. Magazines. The Walther PS 22 point sight, which is a 4 MOA dot, by the way. And the Walther PS 55, which I want to look into. And yes, the cat is here. She insists on attention. Anyway, the manual I was very impressed with. I went today, and just by chance I happened to find a location where they're selling the spare magazines for the MP5, either the SD6 or the A2 variants, for a very significantly lower price than I was going to pay last night when I was going to order them online for $50 a magazine. I got these for around $30 each. So that tells me the prices are going to come down. And with that being the case, keep an eye out, because you will be able to find these clips cheaper. Now we'll see. Again, I haven't gone to the range with the gun. I wanted to pick up spare mags before I went out there, and a good carry bag for it. So that's my next step tomorrow, is a good carry bag for this weapon when it's in the compact position. And the only real wobble, again, the wobbly magazine. But hey, I'll deal. I can deal. That's fine. I also was surprised to find out just how much 100 rounds of 36 grain CCI mini mag has gone up to. You're going to pay over $100 for this. I think when I initially bought this particular case, I paid 30, maybe not even 30 something dollars for it. It's getting ridiculous. I went to a couple of stores today, Academy notwithstanding, and I found ammunition for rifles, but not the typical rifles. Anything for the AK-47 or the M16, 22 long rifle, all that was completely gone. Nothing. There was no ammo. Again, like I said, I picked up those when I purchased the firearm. My friend over at Glick Twins gave me a deal on them. And like I said, I bought these at a local store down here. But if you go to HK PartsNet, be prepared to pay in excess of $40 for each magazine. They're not cheap. So now with these I have enough, and next pay cycle I'm going to probably pick up another 2 more, so I want to have about 6 of them. That way loading time is minimized at the range when I actually do go and sight in my my red dot. The other thing I'm considering getting is a hen's holt with a claw mount, so I can simply, if you spend the money on the more expensive model, it'll re-zero when you mount it here. Of course, you're going to have to remove your low profile mount there. So again, how it's going to shoot, I've seen video clips on YouTube that have shown it to be pretty accurate, but until I actually test the trigger, we won't know. So again, I will shoot video footage of that and upload it so you can bring the targets home, and then we'll see exactly what happened and let you judge for yourself. So until then, this is HK Fanatic out.